Gavin? Has anyone seen Gavin? Gavin? Gav? So back in 2014, I would say it was back in 2014, I started doing reviews on tumblers. And the reason why that I started doing these reviews was because it was a alternative way to drink water. And if you've watched like one of the first episodes or like the second episode, I tell the story of having realizing that I had a potassium deficiency when I was about 28. I'm 39 now, and so over 10 years now, I've dealt with this potassium deficiency, and me being dehydrated was what landed me in the emergency room at age 28. And I've really had to change my diet and change the way I look at things and eat things, and I love to hike. I used to hike the Appalachian Trail because I'm originally from North Carolina, and that area and parts of the Appalachian Trail came through where I grew up. I also grew up right under the Blue Ridge Parkway, so it was hiking was a part of our life. Staying dehydrated was very important. I don't like plastic bottles. I never have liked plastic bottles. I never liked water out of a plastic bottle. I can hardly drink. I drink sodas out of plastic bottles, but I do not prefer it. I'll grab one at work if I'm busy or something. But even my sodas, I like out of a can. An energy drink, I like out of a can. So when it came to the tumblers, it was like I can take my filtered water, I can put it in a tumbler, and it don't sweat. It stays cold. It was all about keeping the ice cold for over 24 hours. That is the reason that I got into the review and reviewing these things. A guy I work with, he gave me a couple things for me to review. Going back on that. Me personally, I don't like water, but I got to drink water. I don't like plastic bottles. Let's face it, guys. Plastic bottles, they hurt the environment. Where do you put them? You can't put plastic anywhere. It just stacks up. At least with aluminum cans, there's a way to recycle them. There's a way for them to go back to the earth. Aluminum comes from the earth. It comes from the mud. And when you see natural aluminum in its state, it just looks like mud, you know. So, guy I work with, he gave me 2 cans of these. It's called Liquid Death. Look how big this can is. And I read the story about these guys that went on a hiking trip, and as they were hiking, they were plagued with all these plastic bottles. What to do with these plastic bottles? You ever see somebody take a plastic bottle and they push it down, take all the air out of them to make them smaller? What do you do with them? You don't want to leave them on the trail. So they put their heads together and they decided to come up with liquid death. What's it killing? It's not killing you. It's killing your thirst. Liquid death kills your thirst. And the gentleman I work with, he asked me to review this. I have not tried this. It's mountain water from the Alps. Drinking water from the Alps. Look at the skull on that thing. Holy cow. Look what the size of this can. It looks like a beer can. You can go to work, you know, like, hey, I'm here to work. And they say, oh, you can't have that. I can't have water? What are you talking about? Also in this can, it tells the story. I know you can't see it. It is this can is also recycled. It is a recycled can. It murders your thirst, is what it says. This can of stone cold mountain water came straight from the Alps to murder your thirst. Let's crack it open. And let's see. Of course, there's no fizz. There ain't going to be no fizz. It's just water. Nice and cold. It's water. It's just water. I bet this is what Stone. Bet that wrestler was like, you know, that's what he was drinking. He was drinking water. He wasn't drinking beer. That's good water. Very good water. Pure water. Look at that. Look at that. There is no bubbles whatsoever. That is thick water. It goes down so good. And there's so much of it. I feel so alive. Water is so good for you. This liquid death is the way to go. It slays your thirst. It kills your thirst. And it's in a cool can. It looks pretty bad, in my opinion. I want to send the review out to a gentleman by the name of Gavin. Gavin? Has anyone seen Gavin? He's the one that gave me this can of liquid death. And it was an even trade, I guess. I gave him a can of energy drink that I'd been reviewing. He gave me a can of his favorite water for me to review. So now you take this can, you crush it, and you recycle it. And keep the circle of life going. This is good stuff. I can't get enough of it. Oh, it tastes good too. It tastes just pure water. What a beautiful can. 16.9 full ounces of water. You drink this, you're going to know about it. Murder your thirst. Murder it. Take your thirst by the throat and, liquid death. Death to all thirst. Death to the quenchable thirst. Gavin? Has anyone seen Gavin? I appreciate it. I really do. Thank y'all for joining me on the review. It was a little bit of a long review today, but it was a big can. Bigger the can, longer the review. See y'all. Gavin? Has anyone seen Gavin?